During the Russian-Ukrainian negotiations, an agreement was reached on the provision of humanitarian corridors for the civilian population. In the morning, the Russian Defense Ministry announced a partial ceasefire in Mariupol and Volnova. The Russian side announces a ceasefire and the opening of humanitarian corridors to allow civilians to leave Mariupol and Volnovakhi. Humanitarian corridors and exit routes have been agreed with the Ukrainian side. The agreement was supposed to start at 8 a.m. Central European time and last until 3 p.m. However, before noon, the evacuation from Mariupol was interrupted because the Russians violated the agreement and resumed shelling of the city. At 11:45, the Russian Federation began shelling the city of Volnovakh with heavy artillery. From 9 a.m., we had a preliminary agreement to create 2 humanitarian corridors. I can confirm the fact that Russia has breached the agreement mediated by the Red Cross, has failed to fulfill its obligations, and is shooting at the city of Volnovakh. Russian soldiers not only try to capture more cities, but also attack civilians. In the village of Bucha, a car was fired upon. A 17-year-old girl died. 4 other people were injured. The Russian occupiers carry out rocket and bomb attacks on critical infrastructure and residential homes, hospitals, kindergartens, and use women, children, and the elderly as human shields. Ukraine will not give up, stresses President Volodymyr Zelensky. The Russian army did not achieve its goals, although it lost almost 10,000 soldiers. This is a terrifying number. They're boys aged 18, 20, very young, almost children. They're soldiers who had no explanation as to what they were sent to fight for. Why were they sent to a foreign land? 10,000. Russia could have given these people something else, not death. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Russia has lost nearly 270 tanks, 945 armored combat vehicles, 30 aircraft, and 60 fuel tanks since the invasion began. After Russia's attack on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant and taking control of its territory, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal appealed to the European Union and the International Atomic Energy Agency to send peace missions to all Ukrainian nuclear power plants.